from a faith-based context, we see that part of our role is, frankly, to work with local governments, state governments, and the federal government in the areas of advocacy and accompaniment. In what way? I would say to you this, that it is, I think, absimial that we know that only 14 states in the US have actual substantive disaster adaptation plans. 14 states in the US. We have some states that we know are in the process of discussion or planning or talking about what the cost will be, but only 14 states actually have substantive plans in place. We have to be advocates as domestic disaster responders with our governments to put into place adaptation plans that will help our communities and our families be more risk averse. One of the questions that always arises is how can you have that conversation when we're in a moment of talking about our financial realities here in the US and the need for debt reduction and how can we spend more money? And so the question is always, how can we look at this now? How can we as states, how can we as local governments do this now? I would reverse that question and say that we should be asking, how can we not do it now? Because if we don't pay the cost of putting into place plans that will make our communities more risk averse, we will be seeing greater and greater loss of life and infrastructure throughout the US, even with all of the response mechanisms that we've put into place.